diocesan office for family and life. And with that, I'd like to introduce our chair, Father Christopher Walsh. Give him a round of applause, and he's going to pray us out.
Thanks so much, Tom. Round of applause for Tom Stevens, who put this together in the last couple of weeks, along with Claire Pinto, who's back here, who did so much of the work. If you just look over here for 1 second at these red sort of columns and chimneys in this class, does anyone know what that spot is? Okay, that was where Washington lived, this property back when our country was declaring its independence and freedom, and where the bell that people are lined up to hear ring once hung in that tower and rang and has been this place of liberty. But at one point, there were folks who lived there who weren't free. That Liberty Bell didn't ring with liberty for them. They were the slaves of the Washington family. And so while we want to celebrate that since 1776 all Americans have been free, the reality is that's not the case. There were folks who lived on this property who didn't have the rights that others did. And throughout history from 1776, one of the things that makes our country so great is that we would recognize that and then move forward and share those rights with others. And we stand here today because the unborn child deserves the full rights of every human being. They deserve the right to life and liberty and pursue happiness outside the womb. Amen? And so we're praying that that liberty be extended to them by the power of God, the way it was extended to so many other groups from this place. If you know it or not, so many come to this place from other countries, and if you go through the Liberty Bell, and that might be how you warm up after today, right? You'll see pictures of so many who have come from other nations to get pictures with that bell, to touch that bell. And so our prayer today is that one day we can ring it when freedom truly is given to every American citizen. We heard folks cry out, we need to do more. One more raising of hands. How many of you have an empty bedroom in your house? Well, we might have a woman and child who needs it. And so again, that's what we have to go back to. We did that early on in the pro-life movement. That's how we build a culture of life. So again, if you're ready to take a woman in from Guiding Star or one of the pregnancy homes, let us know. Let's bow our heads in prayer. God, we praise you for giving us the courage to be here today at a difficult time in our nation, to stand with boldness for those who cannot stand for themselves. And Lord, we pray for the women who went into that place that we walked past today at Apple Tree, that place of death. We pray for their healing. We pray for someone who's waiting, Lord, that they just step out. We pray that our witness to those who are walking around us today will be that we are here to love them both, the child and the mother, and to be with them at every stage in the months to come. Lord, help us be authentic witnesses. Help us be generous. And help us realize that we are here for the long fight of changing hearts one by one, just as you have changed our heart. We give you all glory and honor, and we promise that we will continue to fight until this Liberty Bell rings with justice for all, born and unborn. Let the people of God say, let the people of God say, let the people of God say. If you need a restroom, don't go crashing every little local restaurant. There are porta potties over there. It's a cold day. They won't smell. They won't be nasty. And if you think it is, offer it up as another sacrifice for someone else, all right? Jack's going to come on back up and sing. He asked me to accompany him on drums. So